All right. Since I have not started any controversy for a while, I've been good. I'm going to go ahead and get a little controversial to close out the video. And that way, yeah, what you going to say? I'm going to give y'all my top 5 YouTubers that I watch for news concerning AMC.
Okay.
Now, to to be fair, I watch more than 5, but when it comes down to who I trust, and they're not going to be watching, I'm going to have to send them this clip. But my number one YouTuber that I trust and I believe you can trust as far as telling you the truth, who's not on a payroll, who honestly cannot be connected to any kind of scandal, is Tony DeNaro. You can trust his DD because Tony, I've seen Tony will call Jesus out if he knows Jesus is wrong. So I trust Tony. Tony's called me out. Tony's called almost everybody out. If your DD is wrong, Tony's going to correct it and say, listen, he may not call you out specifically, but he's going to make a video showing the truth. For example, I talked about the automated clearinghouse. And if he sees this video and I said something wrong and that it needs clarification, Tony will put a video out. Now, that don't offend me. That helps me grow. So Tony D is definitely a person you can trust. Number 2, the number 2 person on my list is there because he's a no bullshit kind of guy. He's got good DD. I disagree with him on his price scale for AMC, but that's irrelevant. We can disagree and be respectful to one another.
Mm.
Frankie Muhammad. If you have not heard of Frankie Muhammad, write the name down, put him in YouTube, and check him out. He's going to tell you the truth. And he's going to call bullshit. Most of the time, he's calling bullshit out. If somebody is saying something or causing division in the community, he will call them out on it. And as far as now, due diligence, Tony DeNardo, you can trust Frankie to tell you the truth always. And that's what it really boils down to me is who's going to tell me the truth?
Yeah.
I don't sugarcoat shit to make me feel good. Because, see, I see somebody saying Lou in the chat. When I get to my 5, we'll see if Lou's on the list. But Frankie Muhammad, number 2. No bullshit, straight to the point, encouraging individual AMC ape. Number 3, a lot of people may disagree with this particular YouTuber. I made a video about him, and one individual commented, when was I going to apologize for slandering Thomas James? Because I made a video concerning Thomas James promoting MooMoo. Now, before I went and opened my MooMoo account, I did my research, and according to their website, they're a payment for order flow company. So he says MooMoo's not a payment for order flow. I go to the website, and the website says it is.
Yep.
So I made a video concerning that. I called him out on it. What does he do? He calls me out in his next video, and he says, you're looking at the 2019 terms of service. MooMoo was a payment for order flow in 2019, but they've changed their status there. They are no longer a payment for order flow according to their 2022 terms of service. Well, I left it alone. I didn't want to get into it anymore. But since people were commenting wanting to know when I would apologize, here's the apology. Thomas James is number 3. Some of his stuff is clickbait, but he has the news, up-to-date news, like no other YouTuber. The problem that me and him ended up having with MooMoo was MooMoo's fault. It wasn't his fault for promoting MooMoo and saying they weren't payment for order flow, and it wasn't my fault for saying they were a payment for order flow, because according to their website, they were.
That's sketchy.
Now, after I made my video and Thomas corrected me, guess what they did on their website?
They changed it?
They updated it. They updated it to show the 2022
Nice.
terms of service. They are no longer a payment for order flow. So was I wrong? No, because I went to the source and the source told me they were. Now, would I be wrong if I said it today? Yes, I would be wrong, because they've updated their website now and they show that they're not a payment for order flow. So I opened a MooMoo account and I have AMC shares in there. I opened it up. I got the free share. I transferred the free share. I sold it and bought AMC with it. So Tony D, Frankie Muhammad, Thomas James for the news, Tony D for the DD. He's not necessarily going to be up to the date. He's more of a teacher. Thomas James is more of a news anchor for AMC. So I watch him for the news. Number 4. And I really have no other reason for liking this man. He has a tremendous channel. He needs more followers. His Boston accent, just love it. I just love. That's why when Al says he's from Boston, he don't have a Boston accent. Massalorian does. I love the Massalorian. When I first started making my rounds in the YouTube arena, I found Massalorian. I was invited on his show a few times. He's a really nice guy. He brings the community together in a live stream, and usually he's riding with Tony. So the two of them together is where it's like a nucleus of where we can go for encouragement and for news and just chat. And I've noticed one thing about it is a lot of people are not really paying as much attention to the live stream as they are chatting with one another, which I think is important too. So the Massalorian and that Boston ass accent he's got, he ranks number 4, simply because he rallies the community together. See, each one of the people on this list, they serve a function. It's not confirmation bias to me. I don't want you to, I'm not going to watch you simply because you agree with me. I'm going to watch you for content that can help me. Well, we're down to number 5. And I'm seeing names flip, boy. I see Boss Blunts. I see CSI. I wouldn't. Big Ons. I mean, I see all these names that are coming up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't watch them guys. I've tried watching them, and I'm not gonna get into the reasons why they didn't make the list. But the number 5 YouTuber, again, it goes back to simply because he is like a news anchor for AMC, and that's New York Angelo. Again, I kind of like his appearance on the screen. He has a cool ass accent, and he's gonna put out newsworthy videos. Are some of them clickbait? Yeah, I gotta admit, some of them are clickbait, but most of the time, his news is on target. Now, I would have more faith that New York Angelo told me that Disney and AMC were working together for a merger before I would the guy from Boston. But simply because Angelo, he's never put out a news report that I could find wrong. So for the news, I watch New York Angelo and I watch Thomas James. To help rally the community together, I watch Massalorian and I watch Frankie. And for my good DD, that I can count on that's going to be right, who's going to explain what margin calls are, what a clearinghouse is. Tony D is probably the best teacher for AMC. Now, I know some people didn't make the list. Some of your favorites didn't make the list. But you need to understand why you like a particular YouTuber. Are you liking the YouTuber because they agree with you? That's the worst example of following somebody there is. Because when they're wrong, you can't admit they're wrong because they've become your favorite. There's so many people. I mean, I could have made a list of 15 that I watch.
Can I cause some controversy for a minute?
Just real quick, let me address this comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
And she's right. Michelle said, CSI, you tell it in plain English. That is my goal.
Yeah.
If I watch a Tony DeNaro video and he explains things more on a college level, and then I take what he said and I can break it down and I can make images and I can explain things in more plain English. So if understanding things in a plain English way, yes, I would have to rank myself 6th on the list. Now, what was you going to say?
Oh, so, since you caused some controversy, I just want to throw this out there. Finance news.
No, I don't even click on a finance news video anymore.
No, man.
Because I've never seen such blatant lying headlines or titles to your videos
Bullshit.
than what finance news does.
Oh,
For example, you put in your title, in case you didn't know this, you put in your title AMC,
right,
so that the YouTube algorithm will pick up that you're making a video concerning AMC.
Mm.
Well, finance news will put AMC at the start of their title. The shorts are covering.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, oh shit. So let me see. I got to see if the shorts are covering. And then you come to find out the shorts are covering in the UK. I mean, it has nothing to do with AMC, And I'm like, that's some clickbait shit. And I watch this fucking 10-minute video for nothing. And it makes you mad when that happens.
I like the ones where they go, AMC going to $60,000 a share. And everybody's like, click, click, click. I'm like, fuck this, man.
Well, see, now, that's one of the things with New York Angelo.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of his videos, AMC to $6 a share. So you're like, what the fuck's wrong?
Yeah.
So you click on it to see what's wrong. And it's a hypothetical situation.
Smart marketing.
But next video he'll do AMC 100,000.
Yeah.
And you click on it. People believe it's going to go to 100,000. Well, that has nothing to do with it. You didn't add any meat to the plate. But for the most part, he's a news journalist, right, just like Massalorian, just like Thomas James. But the problem with that is they get tied up into the YouTube views and need views because that's how they make money. And so they have to make videos and they have no content. So they come up, John Wick sniping, get the fuck out of here. I can't even believe that devil put that in the chat. I unsubscribed from John Wick sniping, and and he likes me because he's gave me shout outs on his videos and still does today, but he might not now. But I'd slap the fuck out of John Wick sniping. You gonna sit there and say, well, look, I'm gonna have to break this down into 3-minute videos because y'all too fucking stupid to watch a 10-minute video. And I'm like, who the fuck is he talking to? I will slap the fuck out of you, bitch. So I never watched a John Wick sniping after he insulted his subscribers, which I was one of them at the time. So